Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking about how to validate a form using JavaScript. So I have my form ready, and so let's get right into it. So now this is my form and the CSS. So we are just going to go straight into the JavaScript. So the first thing we are going to do is to get the form and the inputs that are inside the form. So this is how we go about it. So we are going to declare a variable called form and say form, then it equals to document dot query selector, then say form. So you're also going to get the input that are inside the form. So let me just do this. Oh, see me. So let me just copy this. So yeah. So now we just say username, and this will also be dot uname. Okay, so email also dot email, and password, so this will also be dot password. So now I'm also going to get for the confirm password, so let's change this to cpsw. cpsw. So that's that. Now the next step is to get the error message for each of the form. So now this is how we go about it. Let's just copy this also and do this. So this will be u message, that's username message, and this will also be u. So this will also be e-message for the email. So e-message. So this will also be p-message, then p-message. Now the last one, the confirm password message. So just going to change this to msg. So cp msg. So that's for selecting. We've selected all. So we've selected all the elements that we need, each of the element, the form and the error message and the inputs. So now we are going to say add an event listener to the form. So form dot add event listener. So the event listener we are using here is submit event listener. Then we create an arrow function in which we are going to give it some set of instruction. So the first thing to do is to clear the error message in any message that is written in the email. This one, the small tag for the email and the username. So that we are doing now. So we just say user message dot text content. So just say equals to this, that's empty string, and also a message dot text content is equals to empty string also. So that's that. We've cleared that. So the next thing to do is to use the if statement, in which we're going to say if statement, and we're going to say if it does not fulfill the condition of the check input function, which we are going to create after this check input. So we just say prevent default if it does not fulfill the conditions that of the check input function. So we just say check prevent default. So that's what you are going to do. So it's prevented from submitting if it does not fulfill the check input function. So that's that. Then so we are going to create we are going to write the statements that we need in the check input. So now check input, so we are going to need the function check input. So no parameter in it, so we are going to remove that. So now we are going to select each of the input tab. So we are going to select it, we are going to give it the variable and get the value, then trim, also use trim in it. So we are going to say username d. So we are going to get for the username first. So we are going to say const dot, that's const, then username value to get the value, So uname value, which will be equals to uname dot value, the value of the username. So that, which will be equals to, you now then will add trim. The trim function, the trim method is used to remove extra spacing. So the trim function here is used to remove extra spacing. If the user adds extra spacing around the input bar, it's going to remove the extra space. So that's what the function of that trim is for. So that's that. So then we are going to add for the other ones too. So let me just copy it. 2, 3, 4. So that's for the email also. So email, then this will be changed to email, then this one will be PSW password, and this one to change it to password PSW. So this one too will also be CPS message, CP message, oh sorry, CP confirm password. So that will be CPSW value. So this will be CPSW. So we've got the value of each of them. So after the value has been added, then we are going to say check if it is valid. Then if it is valid, we say we return the data of true. So that's data type true, valid equals to true. So true. So now the next thing we are going to do is to say if the statement, if the username value. So we are going to work on the username first. So username value is empty, so empty string. Then we'll say we get the username message, username message box. That's small tag that we used. So we are going to get the user, then we'll add the text content. So you say text content, and we add the note you want to tell the user. So we just say user name. Okay, let me write that in capital letter. User name is required. Stop. So now, then after that, we add the username itself. Username, get the username and give it a styling. Then we add a class to it. So class list. Then we say add. Then we do this and say invalid, because we have a class list here already. This class list which says invalid. So let's go and test that if it works. So now I don't have anything here. So if I click, you can see that it changed to username required, and you also changed the border of the input to red to show that the class, the input is not valid. So let's continue. So okay, back to the JS. So that's that. So then else if it works. Okay, let's leave the else for now. Then let's move to the test for the email. So let's do for the email too. So if email value, so for the email we are going to be adding a regular expression. So I got this regular expression from Stack Overflow. So the regular expression is a little bit complex, so I just got my from Stack Overflow. So you can just get that, just search for regular expression on Stack Overflow and you get this code. So let me just select or cut it. So let me just come back to the JS and go up here. So let's just say create another constant and say regex, and we just say equals to, paste it there. So yeah, so that's above, outside of the function. Then we'll say if email value, the value of the email, yeah, email value dot match. Then we are going to use does not match. If it does not match, that's why we are using the exclamation mark here. If it does not match, we are going to use the match function. So the match function is always used anytime you are using the regular expression to check if it matches the value that is written here on this regular expression. So we are going to say, we are going to put the regex variable. So just say regex. If it does not match, then we'll get the email message. So get this email message and then add dot text content. So you just say equals to, let's say a valid email is required. So let's see that. So if you try to log in now, you can see that it brings out the error message. So that's that. So now let me just add this to it, so the invalid for the border also. So okay, semicolon, so this added. So then you say email. So now let's also add the is valid. Then we are going to add the is valid stuff. So if it's valid, then we change. If it is not valid, like the user does not enter the correct thing, we change it to false, to return false. So also this one too. Okay, let me just copy this, paste it here. So yeah, that's that. Now, so after that, we are going to add for the password too. So we'll say if just the same process for that we did for the username. So we are going to say password value triple equals to empty string. So now we are going to get the password message also. If it's empty, the same process. So we just say text content dot equal password can't be empty. So now then we are also going to add the invalid class. So let me just copy from here and paste it down here. I notice that web developers, most of their work is just copy and paste. So let's just change it here and say password. Yeah, so that's that. Then for the last one, which is confirm password, so you say if the password value is not equals to, so we are going to use equals to the password value, it's not equals to confirm password value, we are going to say cp message, then we're going to say dot text content and say equals to password does not match. So then we say confirm password, the same process. Okay, let me just paste that. So I'll just change this to cp word. So that's that. So let's check what we've done so far. So if we click login, you can see that it's throwing all, because we've not filled anything here, it's throwing the error. And you can notice that this one is not even throwing any error, even despite the fact that this one is empty. So we are expecting it to throw an error. So in this part, we are going to use the or statement here, and we say this. We are going to use this, and we say or password value is triple equals to empty. So that means it must not be empty and it must match with the confirmed password. So we are going to test it now. So if we say username, let me use Timmy, and Timmy online at mail.com, and let's use a password 1234, and let's use 12345. You can notice here it brought out an error because the password does not match. Assuming you change it to 4 now, yeah, it's still bringing out the error because we've not specified that it should change. We have not specified to change anytime the value is correct. So now we are going to use the else statement. So let me just use the else statement for this, and we do this like this. So we are going to add another class list, okay, for the username. So this will be uname dot class list dot add. So we are going to say valid, because we also have a valid class in the CSS, just like the invalid. So if it is valid, we made it a green color, so valid, and then we say the same this thing. We are going to remove the invalid class, so the class list. So we just say remove, and we just change it to invalid. We are going to remove the invalid class. So we are going to be writing basically the same thing here. So let's just copy and paste it here. So we change this to email, and this one to email. So same thing here. We are going to say Ctrl V, and we'll do this for password and password, and the last one too for the confirm password. So PSW, okay, CPSW and CPSW. So that's that. Then we are also going to return at the ending. We are going to return a valid, like return is valid at the end. So return is valid, because if everything is correct, we're expecting it to return true. So let's go and test what we've done so far. So if I click login, you can see that. So if I put Timmy here now, you can click login, you can see that it has changed to green. So if I type in the wrong email, you can see it's not going to work. It's also saying you should include an @ so let's try and put in the correct email. So timmyonline@mail.com. so if you click this, now you can see this one also changes to green. So because the password cannot be empty and the password does not match, so let's change it to 1234. Let's click on this now. You can see then this also 1234. Now you can see that it's submitting, it's not preventing default again. So that's how to validate a form with JavaScript. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll leave the source code, the link to the source code in the description. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.